Hi, I'm Mike Marzo from Precision Archery in Pittstown, New Jersey. Today we're going to go over syncing the cams on the Elite GT500. There's a lot of talk out on a lot of the web forums about how to do this. It's actually very basic. It's not a hard thing to do at all. I know it's kind of harder to explain to someone in written word than it is to actually show them. So I agreed to kind of set up some quick video footage just to post out there to help a lot of people with their cam syncing issues on these bows. It's really easy to do. The only thing you really need to have to do it is a press that is parallel limb bow friendly and a draw board. You don't absolutely need to have a draw board. You could have a friend who could draw the bow for you while you check the timing on the cams. I would strongly suggest you build yourself a draw board. Not a hard thing to do. I'll give you a quick look at mine. Homemade. I built it myself with about $30 worth of parts, and the winch part being the most expensive. You could build your own in about 2 hours. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our 500 set up here in the draw board. I always put an arrow in all my bows when I put them in the draw board. I don't like to take a chance that something breaks here and then the bow dry fires itself, so I always put an arrow in the draw board. Concrete wall back there. No nothing hits in it yet, so doing good so far. So just get this hooked up here and get checked and see where we're at. Get it cranked up to that draw stop. I always have a turnbuckle on my draw boards, so I can kind of fine tune that last little bit. I don't want to pull it hard past that draw stop and bend that little post. You don't want any more pressure than a human would put on the bow.
Here's a close-up of our top cam.
So let's walk around the other side now
full draw on
check
the
our timing marks
board.
where this bow is at.
And I don't know how well you can see the dots, but there's 3 dots here. Here's one of our control cables coming down here. And if you notice, there are 2 dots here to the right of it. There's one here and another one here. The 3rd dot is dead behind this cable. Now, I like to set these bows up for maximum cam rotation, which means I want to have both cables across this first dot, which means the cam is as rotated as it's going to be. As this thing comes through, it's going to rotate as far across as possible. I find personally the bows feel a little bit better that way. It gives me a little bit more value on these bows. Sometimes if you have them up a little further, a little less rotation, I find you get a little bit less valley. Bows tend to be a little more jumpy. I've had a lot of success. My customers have been very happy setting them up this way. That's a top cam. Now we'll go look at the bottom cam and we'll see how that one looks. Alright, so here we are looking at our bottom cam on our GT500. Whereas in the top cam we actually saw that cable was crossing the 3rd dot, meaning there was maximum rotation on that top cam. If we look here, you can actually see that here's number 1, number 2 the cable is covering, and number 3 is actually visible on the other side here. So you can actually see that, we'll just move the camera a little bit, we can actually see that that cable is actually crossing the middle dot, or number 2 dot, whereas on the top cam it was crossing number 3 dot. So that means we're a little bit under-rotated on this bottom cam, a little bit out of sync, and we can fix this real easily. And we'll show you how to do that next. Alright, so we have our 500 in our bow press here, and we're just going to take the weight off these strings and cables. And so what we saw from the draw board was that we basically were under-rotated on that bottom cam. We want to bring that bottom cam into more rotation to match the top cam. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to this top cam, and we're going to take this cable that comes on the outside of the cam here, that matches up to the straight post, right? It's not the one that curls around on the inside. We're going to take this one off, okay, and we're going to put some twists into it. Alright, so in my experience with these bows, we're probably going to need about 2 hole twists. Alright, so that's a half, 1, 1.5, 2. Alright, and we'll give that a shot. We're just going to hook it right back onto that post. And the idea here is that that's going to actually bring that bottom cam, it's going to pre-rotate that bottom cam a little bit more to get them a little bit better in sync. And we're just going to take it out of the press. Make sure everything's still on the track. Make sure you're not uncompressing this bow, and sometimes your cables or strings can slip off the track here, and makes a little bit of a mess. Good thing is the press is safe. You can fix that before anything really bad happens. And we're gonna pull this sucker out of here and get it back on the draw board and see what it looks like. Alright, so we're back over here at the draw board after we put those 4 twists into that control cable, and we can see here's our top cam. You can see that dot 1, dot 2 coming right across dot 3. There's actually a little bit of dot 3 showing, which means we can even rotate that top cam a touch more if we wanted to. But let's take a look and see what we did to the bottom cam, because the bottom cam is one that should have been affected by that change. Alright, so where are we at here from a bottom cam standpoint? We can actually see dot 1, dot 2, dot 3 is covered, a little bit of dot 3 showing. It actually, we're pretty much spot on in sync. But I will actually put a half twist in both top and bottom just to get all the way on that dot 3, just to get maximum rotation. Because as I said before, I find that the valley on these bows gets a little bit wider at maximum cam rotation. So we'll put another half twist in each one, get it back on the draw board. But that's pretty much it. That basically gives you an idea of how you do this. It's not hard to do. Just need the right equipment. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to ask on either the forums, or you can call me. How many of you out there have actually gotten a GT500 from your dealer recently? But I noticed a significant change in this last batch I got. I noticed that actually the bow is fully dipped now. The limb pockets are actually dipped, as well as the stabilizer. The stabilizer is also now dipped. These used to be black. Bow, the fit and finish on this is just fantastic, and you also notice that it's done now in Realtree AP, which is really nice for people who are into bows all matching and all your accessories and quivers and everything matching, because pretty much every accessory maker is making things in Realtree AP. I personally am a fan of Spot Hog sights, which are black, so I typically use a black limb driver rest and all that. But some people are into the kind of the fashion of the bow, and this is a real nice looking bow. It's something that personally I don't really care that much what the bow looks like. This is a tool for me. I'm a hunter, and I just want something that's going to, that I can shoot well, that fits me well, that will put that arrow exactly where I want to put it. And this 500 is a great bow. It really is. My personal favorite from an elite standpoint is still the GTO. I hunt with the GTO. My personal bow is GTO. This is like, as I said, a customer's bow. This other one hanging here, which I haven't set up yet, is another customer's bow. They're both accounted for. I have 2 more down there that are also accounted for. I can't really keep the 500s on the shelves. They are very popular, but very nice bow. Like I said, I personally like the GTO better. It's as my choice. It fits me better. I like the 33-inch bow. It just feels better in my hand. I'm more accurate with it. I tried to really tried hard to go to a GT500, but I just couldn't leave my GTO. It's my personal favorite, and I've already shot a bunch of real nice animals with it this year. And until Kevin can convince me otherwise, I'll be a GTO man for now. So, but this 500 is a real nice bow. Every time another batch comes in, I say, yeah, maybe this one I'll actually keep in my own personal cache, but still a GTO man. But once again, anybody has any issues with these bows, reach out to me. I'd be glad to help you, give you some advice or what. That's pretty much it. Once again, Precision Archery. I think my handle is Marzo MI on both AT and on the Elite Forum. Everybody has any questions, reach out to me. I'm always online, and be glad to help you. Take care.